For example, Iman, he started documenting his whole journey from like the very beginning. So you can see this kind of shy kid with like, acne on his face, recording with a camera. Hey guys, 15 pounds is too expensive for me, la, 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 la.
Yeah.
Right. And now he has built himself up and he can be like, yeah, you can see my whole journey on YouTube, which is so powerful, Damn, that was a cool intro, wasn't it?
It was crazy. Andre, shout out to you.
Hello, guys, and welcome back to another episode. Hope you're doing fine. Ron and I are gathering here on a Friday to discuss our updates over the past week, whatever's on our minds, YouTube, business, entrepreneurship, making money, investing. You know how it is. Sit back, relax, and let's kick it together. Ron,
Bam.
how's the week?
Yeah. Solid, normal, nothing crazy, to be honest. I'm just working from home, working out, going to the gym, etc. Like there's no... my weeks are pretty much the same every week. I think the same counts for you, right?
Yeah. What are you working on?
Yeah, like I said, we have like the 28-day challenge is being hosted in a different community than our private community. So I'm finding ways to convert that to our private program as well, like a little bit technical, but like not really YouTube related. And I'm also like been thinking like what I want to do, like where I get the most energy from and want to focus on those kind of things, which is building. So that's why I like with YouTube, like I just mentioned before before the episode started with George, like I myself am not working so deep inside YouTube. Like I'm not as deep in the trenches in terms of content creation or finding the new YouTube trends or etc. Because what I like is like building systems and things that work on its own, and that's what I have with YouTube. So I want to focus on that aspect more. That's what I discovered like the last couple of months. But like that's it. Like I'm finding ways to basically get into doing stuff related to that instead of like forcing myself doing stuff I'm not made for or I don't enjoy.
Yeah, optimizing optimizing more for enjoyment rather than just purely making money.
Yeah, but also like I've made some videos on my YouTube channel as well. While I do enjoy making videos from time to time or share my knowledge, like for example during a call or like when I can help some people, I do enjoy that. But I don't enjoy like needing to push myself to make content for the sake of making content. Otherwise, you will not grow. So that's something like it's like a balance. Like maybe you should think like don't be a pussy, just do it for the sake of doing because it needs to be done. Or you can think like, maybe it's not for me. Like I was watching a Sam Ovens interview like some months ago, and he was doing like those videos of him talking, like explaining business strategies and etc. Like those old videos. But he was also saying like he really didn't enjoy them at all, and he had like some comments under his video saying like as if someone was holding a gun against his head. That was how he was talking.
Yeah,
and I think certain things in life, like you maybe need to just like use your strengths instead of like trying to force something out of you that's maybe not that's suitable.
I like that.
lot of stuff. Yeah.
No, I like that. Yeah, it's building upon your strengths, but it's not always easy to build upon your strengths and find out first off what you're good at, and then when you do find, build systems around and make your workday in a way where you're only focusing on your strengths, because building a business doesn't just take your strengths. You can't only be like that and nothing else, right? There are so many other things that need to get taken care of. So you need to
and you need to make money. You need to pay your bills.
That's a good one. Yeah, exactly. But RPM has been pretty down, huh, this month?
Yeah, I see it on multiple channels and multiple people are saying it. So it is what it is, but it also makes sense. It's a holiday season. Companies probably convert on a lower rate when they advertise heavily right now, so they bid lower. So I think it's all economics, I think. So don't panic. But yeah, it sucks. Yeah.
July, August, I feel like it's the month where everybody's out, on a holiday, because the RPMs, conversions, everybody's like out. So
yeah, but it's in every market. Like it was also like when I was in e-commerce, the same thing. People have different things on their mind. The sun is shining in most countries. People have free from school, from work. So the last thing they're gonna do is like maybe watch YouTube videos or spend money online. So yeah, it all has an effect on each other.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, same with my channels as well. I'm seeing across like many channels that RPM is down by about like 15%, I would say
Yeah,
15,
it's pretty
20%.
heavy.
Yeah, everybody. I know a lot of people who are like, damn, RPM is low. Marcel messaged me. I talked to Hessel. He said that his as well. So yeah, everybody is feeling the low RPM. It's all right, boys and girls. Stick
Yeah,
with it.
just look at your views. If they're increasing, like then eventually once the RPM is like stabilized again, then like your earnings will increase eventually.
Yeah, but that's why it's so important to have a diversified monetization methods,
Yes.
because if you're solely relying on ad revenue, it's so unpredictable. Like when I first started this whole like YouTube thing, right? Um, and when I started my second channel with the whole automation in mind, right? I thought, oh, okay, you just scale and you just make videos for the ad revenue. It took
Yeah.
me a long time to get smart and to figure out, like, you know what? Maybe I should create content and drive traffic to, affiliate partners and other companies and get monetized there. Because also, I read that if you are planning on selling your channel as a digital asset, buyers are interested if you have other sources of monetization instead of just having ad revenue as well. It's a
Of
big
course.
plus if you want to sell your channel eventually as well. So because it's
It's less risk.
diversified,
Yeah. Yeah, makes
for
sense.
sure.
And but I think like in the end, like if your ad revenue is like big enough, like it can have some hits. Like, but like the thing is, it's tricky if you're like reliant on your ad revenue and you need like you're making like 1.5K, 1K a month, and that's like your or 2K. Like if it then drops like to half, then you're like fucked. So if you're like if you're doing like between 5 to 10K a month in ad revenue, like the 1 month you make 6K, next month you make 7K, it doesn't hurt you as much. But like really at the lower bottom, yeah, if you rely on it, can be pretty tricky. So yeah, affiliate marketing is also good, but yeah, that's also not like a thing that's always coming in. Like you're also dependent on if you rank, if you're getting the views, and if people click your link. But
Yeah.
like if you focus on both, like eventually it will all add up if you do it long enough.
Yeah. I've been just focused on improving my videos, to be honest. I've been discovering different AI tools that are very useful for production. I've been looking on how to improve the scripts. I've been looking into how to improve the editing, the delivery, the branding of the channel, the so many things, So I'm really trying to improve every day by a little bit, because I think the market where I'm trying to fit into is quite competitive. So in order to have a share of the market, I need to, be up to the par.
Yeah,
So
or
I'm
do
trying
something
to,
different. That's also an option.
yeah, but I mean, for now, I'm still optimizing just for money solely, to be honest. I'm not like, thinking about what's my passion or this or that.
Yeah,
I'm just making content about whatever it is that is proven to work, whatever is proven to make money. So I'm just doubling down on that, always trying to, because like I see a big difference, like the videos that make me money, they get like, couple of hundred, like couple of thousand views, right? But then there are videos in the same niche that get like tens, like hundreds of thousands of views. And I'm like, why are they getting such a big percent of the market and I'm getting such a tiny one, right? And I think eventually what it comes down to, like we've talked about, is user satisfaction, right? And user satisfaction comes from all these things, like how pleasant it is to watch your video, right? How nice is your thumbnail?
do
How
you
nice is
mean
your
browse
editing?
videos?
Nay, nay, nay. I'm talking about search.
Yeah, I think there are so many factors. Like also your channel itself. Like some channels are just different. Also, I don't know. It's kind of weird how YouTube
Yeah.
indexes a video. Yeah,
There are so many parameters that go into like ranking a video that we don't even know. Like we can just be,
it's like a black box.
guessing. Yeah, we can just be guessing, right? But I think, you know, if you just focus, I think it's a pretty good North Star if you just focus on constantly improving and getting better and improving your scripts, your delivery, your avatar, your image, your thumbnails, your editing, right? Like everything, then I think you have a pretty good chance of serving the audience. Because if the algorithm is what they say is designed in a way that is gonna look at human behavior, right? And so if humans, the viewers, find your video helpful, then it's going to be shown to more humans as well,
Yeah.
which makes sense.
That's right. I think they're like testing pockets of audiences, like with your video, and then if a pocket of audience reacts good, then it will be sent to more bigger pockets of audiences. But if it's like a bad sign that they're not continue watching, they like looking for a new pocket that can take like days and etc. Because imagine like how many videos are daily being uploaded, and they all want fighting for some attention, or at least the same attention if you're in the same niche.
Yeah.
So it can also just take like a couple of weeks or months before YouTube finally finds that pocket of audience that resonates, and then it's the skill you also actually make more videos and that are like similar. Otherwise, the audience you will reach with your couple videos, there maybe you'll not be interested in the videos you upload next. And then you start over again.
Yeah. Yeah. So, hey, quick pause on a podcast. If you want to learn how to make money on YouTube and create a stream of passive income, check out our private YouTube Business Academy community. Join us for weekly group coaching sessions. Plus, when you join, you'll get a personal onboarding call with either Ron or myself. Click the link in the episode description to join today. Now, back to the episode. That's kind of what I've been focusing on, doing a lot of research, a lot of thinking, not so much producing. I mean, I've produced a bunch of videos, but more than that, I've been doing more in the back-end work, which I'm not a big fan of.
Favorite?
But like, yeah, but it takes me like time to get into it, you know, like the research and the thinking and the planning stage and messaging like the team and doing some changes. So it takes me a second to get into that. And by second, I mean like it can take me like a week, you know, to get into that. And then, but when I'm in, like I'm starting to get, so today was a pretty good day in terms of that. Got a lot of done. And so from next week, from Monday, you know, the script writer is starting and the editor has been notified. And I have a call today with another editor. So I'm putting a lot of things into place, but also don't forget that there are cycles. For example, in the niche that I am making content for, right? In that niche, January is the hottest month. Winter is the hottest month because new year, new me type thing. Think about it, right? So then people are like, okay, new year, new me. I'm gonna start this thing, and you know, they start looking up.
You never see them again after a month.
That's the hot month. So basically, the work I'm doing now is gonna give its fruit to me in January, right? So I'm ready. I mean, I'm just putting in work now, plowing the seeds or putting the seeds in, and not seeing any return, but that's okay because I'm used to it. I know that it's all compounds over time, and yeah,
that's how it works. Maybe also one tip for people getting reached out to by companies for like affiliate deals. Like oftentimes you get reached out to a company like, hey, can you make a video? You get 30% in commission. Like I never do that because oftentimes those tools are not that well known yet, or like there's no search volume. So I always counter with like an automatic reply almost. I just copy and paste it with like, hey, explaining like what I do, like what we do, like we create videos that rank, you can like track specific audience, blah, blah, blah. And then we give like one or two example keywords that are like more broader where we can fit in their tool. And then we say like, okay, we don't do commissions, but we can do this for a flat fee. And oftentimes the companies are like, oh yeah, sure, let's try at least once. So oftentimes when you see those commissions deals like coming in and you're maybe thinking like, oh, this is spam or this is like another company trying to use me, try to just send a message back and say, hey, we can do it for a flat fee. Yeah. It's been pretty successful so far for me. So maybe for people to try as well. So actually I've the other company I did earlier with SEMrush also came back to me, and another TikTok tool wants nine. No, they want videos for the whole year, and I proposed them. I think there were like 9 videos or 12 videos, something like that, for 1.5K. I proposed, so I hope they'll do that. But yeah, if you're getting reached out to companies, then counter with what you want. Like, don't just deny them.
Yeah, it's a dog eat dog out there. You know, you gotta propose, you gotta fight for it, you gotta negotiate, right?
Exactly.
It's not just one play.
But you also have nothing to lose.
Yeah, exactly. I've been also working on my main channel on like videos about YTA and making money on YouTube. And, you know, by the time this podcast goes live, a new video on my channel would have dropped.
So tomorrow is scheduled, right?
Yeah, tomorrow is scheduled, which is how I made $70,000 on YouTube without going viral. So just a heads up, that video cost me about $500 to make. So I would appreciate if you guys want to take a look at it.
That's crazy. Yeah. So it was like the rate you had before. Like you
well,
agreed before with the editor.
well, yeah, because all the video is edited really nicely, and there's a lot of things into it. But basically, the idea with the main channel and those videos is to build more of a niche channel, build more of a niche channel and more of an authority thing, and drive traffic to our school community, right? YBA. So let's see how that goes.
I do wonder how your whole video backlog of like thousands of search random videos affect your authority.
I have the same question.
Yeah.
I'd be very curious to know.
Yeah. Well, we don't know, but like it would make a lot of sense. Like if you were like the algorithm and you were seeing like a channel with so many videos, like I don't know, like YouTube still looks at videos individually, of course, but
Yeah.
yeah, I have no idea. I still think like same with SEO. If you're like specific, focusing on one keyword or one topic, it's easier to
Yeah.
like gain authority if you're just talking about one thing because it's very
Yeah.
easy for the algorithm to identify what the channel is about.
Topical authority.
Yeah,
That's what Lucas told me. Topical authority. Yeah.
I think it makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, could be. Let's see. So making that, and also eventually I'm looking at Iman Gadzhi's Unscripted channel videos, so his like vlog
Lifestyle.
channel.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy them. And I'm like, man, I want to do that as well. Like I would love to make more money and just, make cool content, travel the world, see friends, and record the whole lifestyle along the way. But there is a sequence of steps. Step number
Of course.
1, make a lot of money that you can actually invest without seeing any returns back. Number 2, find the best creative people that you can find. Producers, videographers, photographers, right? A managing director who is going to be kind of overseeing this, right? His guy is Alex Moldovanos, right? So that's the next thing. And then the third thing is, okay, well, then you sit down and you think about the whole personal brand as you think about it as like the whole business, right? Like holistically, right? How does making that content fuel everything else, right? Promoting drinks or your app or your education program. So all of that, right? So it's a big thing, but definitely on my agenda.
I'm actually reading a book that suits this. It's the book called Who Not How by Dan Sullivan, I think.
Who, not how.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you're always like very at least me I am intended to like when you want to achieve something. Okay, how can I do this? Like how can I figure this out? How can I make this script nice? How can I make this video nice? Or just in life in general, how can I become fit, etc. But maybe a better question to ask is who can I help? Who can help me to achieve these results? And not like you can save so much time by just finding the right person that already knows how to do it. And basically, that book is about how you can leverage that and use people, find people around you to have you reach your goals faster. Basically, and there was like one example in the book. Like basically, also what's in the book is like you need to avoid saving money on the wrong things. Like for example, when you have a team, you can see it as a cost, but you can also see it as an investment that will give you money back if done right. And there was like a very funny, not funny, but like an example in the book. Like that, there was like a guy already like a millionaire, but he was still in a very scarcity mindset, and I think he needed some air conditioning changed. It was like in the US or blah blah blah. And he was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna do it in the summer because the air conditioning is more expensive. I will do it like later on, and I will find like a fast solution myself. I will climb up the roof, and then I'll change it, like something like that." And then
Yeah.
he was
Yeah.
like he like fell on his back and he needed to go to the hospital and he was like injured for some months, all because he was like trying to save a couple, maybe $1,000, $2,000 on an AC, and he was not letting someone else do it for him. Like, of course, that's not something that will happen to everyone, but it's just like decide for yourself like what you're saving maybe money on. Like maybe it's often the wrong things. Like if you want to achieve something, you don't need to be scared to invest in it as well, as long as you have like a clear plan, of course. Like don't spend money for the sake of spending. But it's a good book, maybe suitable for your journey right now.
Who, not how. Thank you.
Yeah.
I will take a look at that. But I think that's very valuable, because, for example, I'm guilty of that myself, right? And when
Yeah,
you
me
have a
too.
problem, you're thinking, how can I solve it? But it's very helpful. It's actually super beneficial to first think, okay, first define what is the problem. And then when you define it, then you say, okay, who is the top person who has already achieved everything, or like, a lot of the things in that area that I'm trying to solve. And then then you try to go straight to that person and say, hey, teach me everything you know. I'm going to pay you money.
Yes. Yeah. The thing is, you need to pay money, or you need to be able to give something order of value back, of course. Like don't go to someone who's like, hey, I'm going to pick your brain and you're not getting anything in return. That's not how
Yeah.
it works. But I think it's like that's how all the companies like become big. Like they have a good team, they have like the right people around them. And I think
Talent.
talent, yeah, exactly. And it can be very easy to get stuck in the how mentality, because you have so much information available as well. Like you could literally search anything up online, but before you know it, you're like spending weeks on something that you should not be doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty useful.
Yeah. Someone said that like an organization, a company is nothing else than just a big hive of people, working towards one direction, one vision together.
Yeah. Yeah, and he was also saying the best way to bond someone to you as well is to give them a transformational, like a transformational connection. So let's say you want to work with someone, you really need to understand what his goals are, and if you can like hire him or get him to your team while he can also achieve his own goals, he will be like more loyal, working harder for you, etc.
Mm,
Which makes sense. Like
yeah.
yeah. So it's pretty interesting, but it's the next level again. Yeah, you need some base, you need to have some plan, you need to have some funds, you need to have an idea, a vision, so people can step in.
Yeah. Team is everything. Like I did not realize this when I was starting out, because I was just soloing everything myself, trying to make it all by myself, right? But now when I'm starting to make a little bit more money, right? I'm kind of out of survival, let's put it this way, and I'm thinking about how to grow. I'm more and more realizing that, my weaknesses, and I'm, my strengths are like this, they're tiny. I'm like good at maybe one specific little thing, which is maybe presenting, talking to camera, talking to people, right? But then everything else, like I suck at it, right?
Yeah,
So I need to have, and then if you want to be the best, you need to surround yourself with the best people. So eventually that's what I want to get to as well. Just be able to afford the best people, sell them on the vision, have some kind of a big vision in mind. And
yeah,
yeah,
but like it's actually pretty easy to start off with. Like you can literally hire any freelancer for like a couple $100, and if you don't like them, you can fire them and you can find a new one. Like
yeah,
it has never been easier, basically.
yeah, yeah. But I'm not talking about, hiring freelancer a couple of $100. I'm talking about like getting someone, meeting them in person, and then just someone who can follow you around, someone who you work with together, right? Like deeply personal, like
Yeah.
in
Yeah, but
in
then you need to have a business suiting that. Like then you need to have like a yeah. If you're a content creator, then you probably need a videographer. Like that, it makes sense.
yeah, exactly. So I really want to get to that point. I really would love to get to that
George
point where
Unscripted
George Unscripted, yes,
or
like
Uncensored on
when
Pornhub
creating lifestyle content that fuels your business. How cool is that?
is really cool. But yeah, you need some steps before. Like you need to
Yeah,
fund your lifestyle first.
yeah. You need to have a
Otherwise,
lot of digital.
otherwise you really need to do the fake it until you make it guru, and then you need to
No,
sell the lifestyle to sell the courses, like the other way around.
no. No,
No.
the big part of it is the story, the come up, right? The authenticity of it, right? So, for example, what you and I are doing in this exact moment, recording this podcast, is recording our journey, authenticity, talking about our plans, our dreams, our aspirations, right? And all this. And I think that's the very big part of it, because first off, it's relatable, right? Because a lot of people probably are in a position where we are, maybe a little bit behind, a little bit further, right? Um, but the thing is about you and me is that we're moving constantly. We're working towards something like a brighter future, let's put it this way, right? So as we get better, we can always look back at our journey, at our episodes that we've recorded together, and we can be like, damn, man, we were so bad.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. That's the normal cycle.
Yeah.
Like if you would try to do everything perfect in the beginning, then you're never gonna start. So
For
I think
example,
that's pretty normal.
Iman, one of his, selling points is that he started documenting his whole journey from like the very beginning. So you can see this kind of shy kid with like, acne on his face, recording with a camera. Hey guys, 15 pounds is too expensive for me, la da la da da.
Yeah.
Right. And now he's like, he has built himself up and he can be like, yeah, you can see my whole journey on YouTube, which is so powerful,
Yeah, well, 100%. But like that's also maybe by accident. Like he didn't know that like when he was 16 that he will become so massive. But it's better to
No.
you can never. The thing is, you can never refilm it, so it's always better to film it. Maybe
Yeah.
you don't even have to put it online. Like have it for yourself, maybe.
Yeah.
But because otherwise you could never get the footage back.
Yeah, but I don't think it's like by accident. I think he had like big aspirations. It was intentional. And I actually went back and I looked through the whole timeline of how he was, going about this. He was first started with fitness, then he started moving on to something
Yeah.
else. He was a lot into lifestyle from the very beginning. He was a lot into filming himself, getting other people to film him, wearing different clothes. And there was a video of him. Oh, I got a new drone, so now you guys are gonna see more cool footage. So from the very beginning, he was very much aware about the importance of what's on the screen, like what
Yeah.
shot you're seeing, right? Because now recently, when they went to the modball thing, I saw a video. I don't remember who it was, but they were basically they had all these cars and they blocked a highway and they slowed down really slow on a highway because Alex was trying to get a really cool shot outside of a car. And then police stopped them and said, yo, you cannot block a highway like this. And they were like, yes, yes, officer, we are
But then
sorry.
you
And
have
then he
more
left.
content. Now you can have say,
Yeah,
"Oh, police stopped us."
exactly. But then the police went and he's like, fuck yeah, we got the shot. So getting those individual shots, like really obsessing over what kind of shot you have, right? That's why that's super important, like having a drone, having a vision basically in mind. So I think vlogging, I want to eventually really get into that. It's
Why
super,
not? You can
super
already
cool.
do it. It's like so low barrier to enter.
No, bro, I don't want to
And
do. Yeah. But
why
the
not?
thing is,
Just grab your phone. You can vlog. You have a camera. You have everything.
yeah, but also vlogging is not just about walking around 10 minutes, and saying,
In the
hey,
beginning,
so
it
I'm what?
is.
Nah.
Yeah, that's
I
how you
think
start out.
I think no, I think if you think about it through, vlogs also have a storyline and they're not random. So I think you can actually plan a vlog in advance, get the nice shots you need, but then also record the things that you want along the way. Because a lot of the things in a story are unnecessary, right? A vlog is just a story, for example, me getting from point A to point B,
Yeah.
I'm the character, there's some kind of a problem. And then the question is, okay, am I going to get to the end destination, for example, or not? And
But
then
it depends what kind of vlog it is. Like, is it just like once a month? Like in the end, people watch a vlog because of the person. I think.
yeah,
Like,
authenticity.
yeah, that's why they watch. Like we have like many vloggers in the Netherlands. Like one is like uploading daily for like 5 years already, and he is just
Yeah.
doing the sickest bullshit ever. But it's like young kids watch him.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't like there's no storyline. It's literally like, oh, I just bought a car. Oh, I just bought a house. Like so, depends what kind of vlogger you want to be. But in the end, I think people just watch you because it's you and you're
Yeah.
doing cool stuff.
Have you heard about I Show Speed?
I've heard about him, but it's not my kind of
For
style.
some reason, YouTube decided to recommend me his live stream. So this kid, I think he's like 19 or 20 years old. He's super loud, super, all over the place, and he from what I understood, travels around different countries, and his team sets up all these different activities for him that he's going to do. So, for example, he was in Norway. He went to like fights with a sword in the local outfit, and then he went to like milk a cow, and then he had a date with a Norwegian girl, and then they're walking outside, and there's massive crowd coming, all his fans, hey, just speed, speed, speed. And then he needs to escape them. And then conveniently, there's a boat standing there that is waiting for them. So then they get on a boat, go to another island. It's like crazy stuff. So interactive. And I think what's cool about it is that it's live, bro. And his thing is like, hey, yo, chat. So he's like he's referring to all the people watching as chat, hey, yo, chat.
I think this is already going on for like so many years. Like you have so many, you have Twitch, you have so many streamers.
Yeah, but from what I understood,
you're old, George.
Yeah, but from what I understood, this guy right now is like super popular. He's like everywhere.
Yeah, I've seen him a couple times, but I just don't like he just does stupid stuff. Like for me, it's like a little bit low quality, like TikTok content. Like you just watch to when you do nothing. Like I don't know.
Well, you might not like the guy or the content, but you need to, I think, take note of the concept around what's going on, because YouTube is a living, breathing thing. It always evolves. It's always changing. So I'm always curious to see, okay, Sam Sulek is starting to pop. What is it about that type of content, or what is it about him that people find so, interesting that they want to watch him, and he just explodes like growth, right? Oh, then you see people, like millions of people start watching iShowSpeed. Okay, what is it about him, right? What is it about? Is it the concept? Is it the whatever, right? So I'm always on the lookout for how the environment is changing.
But like, it also depends, who do you want to attract? Like if you want to attract 12-year-olds, like you need to do different stuff than when you want to attract people you want to have to join your community, as an example.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, so I think mostly younger kids watch iShowSpeed.
Yeah, I also kind of feel that, for example, the person, yeah, for sure, younger kids watch iShowSpeed. They're like 12 years old, bro, like 10 years old. It's crazy, right? And when I was watching it, to me, it was already a little bit unrelatable, because I could not see myself like acting like that, for example, in public, right? It's just like too crazy for me, right? But to your point is, I feel like the character in itself on the screen. So, for example, you are a character. I am a character on the screen, right? And we are presenting, we're whatever. And we attract a certain type of person. We attract a certain type of person with the way we talk, about what we talk, right? How we look, our age, all of this. So,
yeah, that's true. I thought there was a point coming, but that's the conclusion.
No, but the point is that the person in itself will attract a specific type of audience. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, but also what he does, like what kind of stuff he does. I think he did also some pranks or something. Like if you that's like it's the type of content that matters. Like people probably just listen to us not just because it's us, but also they want to know something about YouTube.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
and you know so much about YouTube, Ron.
Oh, it's insane. But do you want to be? Would you want to? If you could have an option, do you want to be like a famous vlogger or a famous YouTuber? Would you like to be one?
Yeah, I would. Fame really attracts me for some reason.
Why?
I guess it's the status, the power, the validation, the power, the status, I guess, of that.
I think it can also be really annoying at a certain level of fame.
Yeah, I think so. I think so as well. It gives you some level of access. I mean, don't get me wrong. I read a lot of articles and blog posts about how, people like Tim Ferriss wrote an article about 5 reasons why fame is not good, or something like this. You can look it up on Google. There are a little bit of benefits I get, like access, for example. That's one thing, into restaurants or whatever, right? Or then
there are different ways to get it as well. Like just get like an Amex Centurion card. It's like $5,000 a year. You get everywhere. Yeah. You can get it. So you don't need to be famous.
Yeah. Then also, for example, Bilzerian, you remember you read the book that I recommended to you, right? He says that like with women, right? Like money is one thing, but then fame is like a completely different level, you know?
Yeah, but
It's
you
like
already have a girlfriend, so that's
I
already
know I have a girlfriend,
useless.
bro.
It's
I
useless.
love my girlfriend, bro. I'm not trying to get more women.
Yeah, so then that's not it as well. So
But it's the power of it.
I think maybe it's nice, like if you can trade it for a week or something, and then after the week you're like, fuck this shit, man. People want pictures, people asking you stuff. You can't even sit in public. I don't think it's nice.
Bro, once
You
the
can't
genie
go
is out
back.
of
You can't go. Yeah, exactly.
once the genie is out of the box, there's no going back. But you were recognized already, bro. You told me in your little town, someone
Yeah,
walked,
2
oh
years
my God,
ago.
are you Ron from YouTube Business Academy?
Yeah, that's me. That's why
That's
I'm
you.
leaving. It's getting too much. I need to get out of here. That's why I'm locked in at home.
Exactly.
Wild West.
Well, it's always very nice to catch up with you on the weeks. You know, I watch our podcast episodes, by the way. I really do. Like when they go live, I click
Really?
on them when they
I don't.
I really watch them and I love them. Like we have a great time, we laugh, and I don't know, I think it's just great. So I think it's time we round this up.
Yeah, let's wrap it up. It's weekend. Let's go. Party.
Exactly.
You're gonna drink alcohol, right, George?
Maybe soon I will.
What? Okay. Well, what a cliffhanger.
All right. Thank you guys so much for watching, listening, subscribing. We see you in the next week's episode.
Yes.
Ciao.
Bye bye.